close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name's Karl Smith from the UK Hypnosis Academy, and I hope you're well, hope you're fine, hope everything's fine and dandy wherever you are. I have noticed in the comments that everybody's experiencing the same weather that I am over here in East Anglia, which is that I will probably need a boat to go home, that type of scenario. So I hope you're all well, hope you're fine, and keeping into trouble and all those type of things. I'm going to be doing a Q&A tonight. It's Friday night Q&A, and we're going to be going through some stuff. We're going to be going through whatever you want to do. We're going to be going through any questions you throw up, and if I can't answer them, I will find somebody who does. I was just trying to figure out what's going on then, and it's called Picnic. Problem in chair, not in computer. So Carl didn't expand the screen enough. So yeah, so I hope you're well, hope you're fine. And I am fully aware that in 30 minutes time, England kick off. So it wasn't very well planned, was it, Carl? And then going from there. So all's good. So yeah, so, and by the way, just a quick shout out to everyone who is a member and is currently throwing their videos up. Brilliant. In our Facebook group. For those people who don't know, this is a membership site, and if you are a member, you get access to our Facebook group, and in there we've got a little bit of mentoring going on and stuff like that. I will be more involved, just things are happening this week, so I'll be more involved, but the videos that I've seen going up as well, and remarkably, I would strongly suggest that a lot of people have been watching my videos. Max, for starters, who started his videos the same way as I did, and who was it earlier? So I watched another one as well, but anyway, nearly verbatim. But anyway, the point being is I want you to use, abuse, steal, and take anything that I give you and make it your own. That's the point, and I'm loving it, all right? So on that note, where are we? So I see Briandon got knocked off, and it's Wendy that walloped him tonight. Grand news, well done. Wendy, great news. Great. Simon, hope you're well, hope you're fine. Subliminals for you, hope you're well, hope you're fine. Shane Swaney, hope you're well, hope you're fine, my friend. Chris Meets West, hope you're well. Where are we? Max, hope you're well, hope you're fine. Just been listening to a C130, one of the AC130s that we've got banging around here. Anyway, he knows what I'm on about. I'm a little bit of a plane spotter, by the way. I'm a little bit geek like that. Stevie boy, hope you're well, hope you're fine. Simon, done you already. Stevie Barker, hello, mate. Hope you're well, hope you're fine. Jackie Brennan, hope you're well. Levi, hope you're well, buddy. Maxine, hope you're well. James, a concerned American. Good. Aritna, no, how are you getting on there, Eddie? Yosef, great video earlier, my friend. Eddie, hope you're well, sweetheart. Patrick, hope you're well. And going for it. So, yeah, no, don't worry about that. Carl, hope you're well, hope you're fine. By the way, Carl, I'm going to be talking to you and the rest of them in the next few weeks. And I think we read your email. So we are going to look at it in a different angle for those people that have already trained. You know what I mean? So, guys, it's Q&A on a Friday night, and we'll be going through that. And the key thing is that start banging any questions in, and I will do it. The first things first is, have you enjoyed our guest presenters so far? Obviously, we've had Gary Coles on, we've had Anthony last night with the websites, and I'll give you a couple of little cheats there last night, what most people wouldn't know about and think about, and Anthony as well, great there, and I hope some of you contact Anthony wherever you are on the planet. Like I said, guys, I don't get anything for this. And then we had my good friend as well on here as well, doing dermatology and stuff like that. So we've got more guests lined up. We have actually got Bob Burns lined up, and Jersh is coming on, and she'll be talking about future life. I'm going to be bringing people on here, right? I'm going to be bringing people on here. If you believe in it, you believe in it. If you don't believe in it, I don't care, right? Because people are going to do it anyway, right? And it doesn't matter what the medical profession think of us. We're still going to be doing it, and people are going to enjoy it. People are going to enjoy unicorns, and people are going to enjoy little Martians at the bottom of their garden, right? There's nothing I can do about that. Not saying that Anne Josh is, because she swears more than me, but the key thing is that I'm going to be bringing guests on here that may conflict with my own feelings, but on the same token, that's not for me to say. You know, it's not for me to say. It's none of my business. My point is to introduce you to people, have some fun, and do stuff on the way. So Anne Josh is going to be talking about future life progression. Dominic Byrne, I've left a message with to talk about EMDR, eye movement desensitization and resolution. And also as well, we've got Stevie Travers on next week. He'll be on next week. And I forgot to annotate him to the board, but Stevie Travers is going to be on here talking about havening. And out of any of the havening trainers I've seen, he is top quality, he's top drawer, lovely fellow as well. So, but yeah, you know, if you know, I've got stuff in the pipeline. I've got things going on. So yeah, let's rock and roll. Good. So you bought your first domain this morning. Brilliant. Happy days. Steve, yeah, there's loads of guests there. I don't know if you saw the hypno-oncology one, but the dermatology one, and also as well with the last night we did the website's SEO and stuff. I gave some cheats away on how I started my career. And I know about 8 or 9 of you today have contacted me and said, this is available. This is available. You know, at the end of the day, if you're doing stuff in the UK or you're in New Zealand or in US or wherever you are, and you see something you like, and somebody else hasn't bought it, I would buy it. But I would buy, local stuff. Like, for instance, I'm talking UK. I'm going to talk about that, Simon. He may be delayed. I might bring that up later on with Richie. You know, to buy co.uk or NZ ones or you know, wherever .coms, wherever you're in the world. If it's local, I wouldn't bother buying the .com, the global one for it. Like last night, I told you about that cheat, and it's, you know, it's a very elongated cheat, but I bought all of the surrounding villages of 5,000, 10,000 plus people living in there, or 5,000 plus people living in the surrounding villages, the big ones. And all I did was I'd literally bought the domain name southwoldhypnotherapy.co.uk. And then all I did then is made mini sites with photographs of that area that pointed just to Karl Smith hypnotherapy. All right. Hi, Jackie. Big thumbs up for you. And yeah, so you literally, you know, you could do that. That's another ploy. You know, you got to be a sneaky little bastard when you're doing this type of stuff. But that's how I did it. You bought 5. So there you go. You know, at the end of the day, I'm more than prepared to show you my fast host. And actually, I was inaccurate last night. I didn't have 74. I've actually got nearly 103 domains. All right. So that's what I do. I buy them. I snap them up if I've got an idea. Like last night, I told you about the silent theory. That's something I'm developing at the moment. About, it's not going to be a sales thing, by the way. It's just something that I'm developing to teach people. And you might think that that's quite easy to tell people to shut the fuck up, but it's not, because people have this and need to talk, that type of thing. And we're going to be talking through how I think that most techniques are bollocks. And I know some people love techniques, but I don't think it's to do with the technique. And I never have. So you could get one for I don't know, for anything, any technique you've ever been taught, and it may say it's for, I don't know. I'll tell you what, right? I'm going to get Stephen Blake on here as well one day. But you could use Old Pain to Go for something else. There's nothing stopping you. All right. Then go from there. All right. So literally. All right. So anyway, I'm going down there, and I'll speak to Stevie Travers about this stuff. Anyway, we're fairly on board with it. Haven is a really good thing. However, it's not the be all and end all. There are some people out there that just, you see them in groups. This is the weird thing, is you'll see people. Oh, IMT was the other one, wasn't it? You see people in groups, and all they keep spewing is the same word, and you just go, you poor bastard. You know, you are so poorly trained that the only word, it's like Tourette's. It's like, I need my, being Paul Gibson, we're talking about this earlier. I need my driveway doing, havening. EFT, like that. And that's the only thing they say. You watch it in groups. There's some people that only know one thing. They're so tunneled, and in a cult, they are in a cult. They get caught in cults and jobs done. Good evening, August, hope you're well. Hope you're fine, buddy. Jane is answer the first question of the night because I keep sitting there spewing out shit otherwise. Don't you just buy the domain name and forward it to your own site? Then if they look it up, there you go. Yes, that's called a 301 unmasked redirect. So you can have a redirect. So for instance, if you go to www.hypnotist.live, that is a redirect to the Thinkific site. Now that's different to what I was talking about a minute ago. Yes, I'm in the process at the moment of buying a web domain and having it changed on things like this. You can't see it, but it says ukhypnosisacademy.com, and some people get that wrong. I'll come back to that in a moment, Wendy. So I want to be able to make it more simplistic. So you'll have ukhypnosisacademy.co.uk, which is my primary. However, I'm now going to get that on my business cards and shorten it right down, and that will be a redirect. Still the same website, but what they're doing is they're going to let's say 12345.com, which is easy to remember, but it then points towards this. What I was talking about a minute ago and what I was speaking about last night, if you missed it, Jane, sorry, but I bought all of the surrounding villages names and put hypnotherapy on it. So I literally, good evening, Eric. I literally bought like Southwold hypnotherapy.co.uk. I bought like big villages. And then what I did then is I went to Wix. All right, cool. Sorry. Yeah, no. So I'll finish it off just so people understand it. Then I went to Wix, built loads of cheap little websites. And then what I did then is Wix or GoDaddy or wherever you get your free websites from, cheap little websites that were up that literally just did it with their own little pictures and stuff like that, and then pointed them just to Karl Smith hypnotherapy. So in both ways I've answered the questions. Yes, you can buy another domain and point it, or build another website on a cheapo and literally just have it pointing that way. That way you get Google juice. You get Google juice for that, right? Google go, oh, it's a lovely website. And like I said last night, I'm a lucky teddy bear. I got on the bonsoir la Maggie, hope you're well, hope you're fine. I literally got on a government website, which is, like rocking horse shit. Where are we, Shane? Oh, you're moving down towards Rick Barker, are you? You lucky bastard. So Shane, here we go. Yeah, Barker. Yeah, I've known me and Richard known each other. And like we mentioned the other day, me and Richard have got the same backgrounds and the same sense of humour. So it doesn't really matter. He did 12 years in the army. He then went over to the police, but he became a governor. He became an inspector. Anyway, so he did that, and then he left and became a hypnotist, and we've both got the same career. Is inner child work safe to do on Zoom group sessions, or is there too big a risk of someone getting an emotional pop? I would say there's too much of a risk. When I'm doing group sessions, I call them experiences. I would rather have people have an experience and feel something and notice something and go, oh yeah, than having a full-blown blowout, because that can happen, and then you're dealing with, and it happens in classrooms where people try to help out, but actually what they do is they become a pain in the arse. Lots of people are, oh yeah, well, I'll show you how to rub shells on your forehead and that'll stop it and all that type of shit. And you're like, can I just deal with this? And you've got other people going, no, it's okay, we've got it. And then you're like, shit, you've got duty of care on this one. I always find giving people an experience and then upselling later on for a session is far, far, far more effective than going in and doing something and opening up a can of worms that you desperately don't want to do. Now, if I'm in a classroom, anyone who ever does my diploma or anyone comes sees me live doing a gig, I will do a whole class. I will sit there in a whole class, and I've got no qualms. I've done it with 30, 40 plus people in the room before, done it, and I pops left, right and center, bang, 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 bang. And literally just like that, dealt with it while it's on the spot, dealt with that one. And then and just do it, and then just show people how quickly you can work. And that's how I develop my skills. But on the same token, a lot of people say, well, you shouldn't do it like that. Well, that's just the way I work, and it works. But on the same token, I've got hands-on, and plus I've got a training team that I can call upon and go, right, just take that one, take them outside. The biggest problem you've got is how to control it. I hope that answers your question, Shane. Hi, Powell. Hope you're well. Hope you're fine. Good, good, good. What we got here? Lee, you're done with you. Oh, there you go. Cool. Got any more questions? Hi, Carl. I thought you mentioned Terence the other day. David and I have done BWI training with him. Would he be a good guest? Yeah. I opened up the AHP, whatever it is. I don't know. Tomorrow I'm with the Australian Hypnosis Association. I think I've got about 140 people I'm teaching tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock UK time in the morning. I can't remember what it is now. AACH. Anyway, I opened up Terence's thing a couple of years ago. So yeah, literally, yeah, I think Terence. I'll put Terence on the board in a minute. I'll speak to him and see what he's got to say. Yeah, I've got no qualms in that. I mean, I don't give a monkey's rat's ass about people. I don't what their techniques are, because I've got my own personal opinions. Will you be teaching the November course? Yes, I'm teaching on the November course I'm teaching on the course in Bristol. So they got that. Good. Start firing questions in, folks. It's Q&A night. And England are kicking off in 15 minutes. Yeah, so there's loads of little cheats, by the way. There's loads of little things while I'm just waiting for the questions to come through. When it comes to your websites and stuff like that, I'm seeing people saying they bought domains, this, that, and the other. At the end of the day, it's subliminals. Just think outside the box. Subliminals. Oh, good evening, Lee. Reprogramming a smoker. Good love. Please right, Eric, let me just do this one. I'll find it again. Please explain the backlisting stuff. Do you mean backlinking? I'm going to answer that question in hope that that's what you mean. Backlinking. Backlinking is when a website, so you've got say this, UK Hypnosis Academy, and a backlink is, for instance, you guys having my badge on your website, having your badge on my website, right? And then having that button, having that image, when it's clicked, it goes to my website. That's a backlink. Me, with people that are on my accredited practitioners list, I put their website on mine. So if you go to UK Hypnosis Academy now and go check if yours is on there. I know yours is on there now, David, by the way, David McHugh. I think it got sent through today. So they've got their website. I've got their websites on my site. They've got my website on their site. That's a backlink. Backlinks are good if they're good like this. So my website's fairly powerful for the hits it gets. So Google goes, oh, that's a fairly good website. So that means there's lots of Google juice on here. Plus it's got longevity. It's been there for, I don't know, 7 years, I think 7, 8 years. It's been there for 7, 8 years. And so it goes, oh, that's a trusted site. They keep updating and all that type of stuff. And that's all well and good. So people who come to me, they then get associated with my website, and that's called backlinking. And bad backlinking is when you go to fiverr.com or you go to upwork.com and get somebody in a sweatshop to get you 1,000 backlinks that are absolutely useless. I mean, they could be from wool to a fish and chip shop. They could be porn sites. I know some of you would enjoy that, but the thing is that they're bad because they have nothing to do with your website. So if a hypnotherapy website, so let me just explain this. If you've got a hypnotherapy website or hypnosis on your website and it connects to mine, that's Google juicing, good Google juice. If I was to get a bad backlink and put it on there to, I don't know, a petrol station in Nepal, that's a bad backlink, but that's what people do. That's what happens. It's happened before. And the reason I say a petrol station in Nepal, because it happened to me. So there you go. So I hope that answers that question. Let me just come down. Subliminals for you. It was about therapists going through therapy. Can you do me a favor, can you do me a favor and just repatch subliminals? I'm trying to find it. There's so much coming through at the moment. Sorry. Shane. If I've missed your questions, by the way, in future, if I've missed a question, please just recut and paste it and bang it at the bottom and I'll find it. Have you used hypnosis for chronic? Yes, CFS all the time. So CFS is just is people that are burnt out. So literally, if we can clear out any of the stuff that's been going on in the past, I've had great results with CFS, really good results with that. Fibromyalgia, that type of thing, yeah, you can do, but never ever go into a CFS group or a fibromyalgia group and say you can help them. One of the worst fucking things you can ever do. They will rain shit on you like nobody's business. But you've got to realize, like when we were talking about Maslow's hierarchy of effects, or if we look at the newer version of Tony Robbins's, that identity, they own it. I need it. I need this label. I need this badge. That's when I got diagnosed with post-trauma, I said, fuck that. I don't want it. And that's half the point. I didn't want it, so which helped me with it. But when people want it, I suffer with it was choice. Suffering is a choice. You don't have to, right? It's a choice. If you choose to suffer with it, that's fine. But you can choose to do something else about it. And I know I'm going a little bit of a tangent. I'm coming back, but if you do offer your services in a CFS group, be prepared to get shit mail. You will get shit mail. You'll get shit mail. I don't know what it is about CFS and fibromyalgia groups, but it really is. It is them. Saw Lee's vid in the FBIT group earlier. Would like to see your approach on helping overcome anxiety. Maybe you could do it later. Yeah. I take it that was aimed at me. But yeah. Subliminals, if you could do me a favor, if you can repost your thing. My daughter has CFS, had glandular fever and high stress at school. Yeah, there you go. So there's the stress. It's the stress. If you want to, get her on with me. I'll do some stuff with her if you want, if it's too close to home for you. Or I'm sure that there's we've got other people trained in New Zealand and stuff like that. I'm sure you've got a lot of people, but if you want to. Right, yes. Where's he posted it? Subliminal. It was about is that the one there? It was about therapists going through therapy. Where is it? Procrastination. Oh, by the way, on Monday, if we have a bit of a change in plan, I've actually got an anosmia and parosmia video that I'm going to be banging up. And thank you very much. I know she's watching at the moment. I'm not going to mention any names, but yeah, we had a cracking result the other day with a long COVID thing as well. Procrastination, we do that. Okay, why do we suggest not to have legs crossed in hypnosis? Yet in meditation, it's usually practiced in positions. I think that in meditation and hypnosis are two different things. Similar, but on the same token, I think that we get them I get them to uncross their legs, because I've said so many people sit there and go, oh, I've got a dead leg now, because they've gone so far into their hypnosis, doing what they're doing. So I think that the reason I've always told people that is a comfort thing, not a necessity. All right. It's not like we're crossing meridian lines or anything like that. I agree with you. In meditation, they've been doing that all day long and all that type of stuff. But however, good evening, Carol, is there. All right. So that's the only reason. It's a comfort thing more than anything. You said a mouthful with badges and labeling. Good on you. Yeah, the point being is that people love labels. They love it, you know. And you see in groups, this is suffering. Oh, fuck off, will you? It's different for me because I've got a different mindset. You know, that's the way I am. Probably that little bit of military bit comes out of me as well. But it's when you try to explain to people from a place of authority and a place of experience, that they're like, no, you can't get rid of it. You have to suffer with post-trauma for the rest of your life. That's your fucking choice, not mine. That's a choice. All right, I don't believe in it. I'm not being funny, subliminals, but I can't find it. I have lol. I'm desperately trying to find your question. It was about therapists going into therapy, but I can't find it, buddy. Hope you're not drinking too much then, mate. No, I'm not. I'm actually off the booze for a bit. I'm trying to get myself fit. Carl, have you worked with Raynaud's? And if so, how do you deal with it? No, I haven't. Not that I'm aware of. I will delve into that and answer that for you another day, but no, I can't say I have. I genuinely can't see it, and I'm scampering through this. If I'm going to say it again, if I do miss it, please repost it, because otherwise I'm going blind by trying to find it. The owner of the agency I work for said he didn't want to let go of trauma. He just wanted to acknowledge and honor the trauma. Yeah, I know, mate. That's the thing. That's the thing. That's half the problem. That's half the problem. That people want to own their shit. They really want to own it in a bad way. I can't see it. No, I can't see it. I don't know what he's on about. Anyway, I'm going to move on. Life of Brian, my favorite movie. That reminds me of Life of Brian, where he heals the leper and the leper moans, yeah, absolutely, half a denari for my life story and all that lot. So yeah, so let me just come on to Colette's. That's vitally important. When I started doing the parosmia and the anosmia one, I came under fire from leading critics and peers in their own fucking weekends about how if you watch my videos all the way through, I never ever say that smells like chocolate, that tastes like coffee, that tastes like a lemon. I never say that. And people who don't watch my videos, they just see the titles and go, oh, it can't be done. And I get it for medical reasons. It could be a damage to a membrane. I get that, but I explain that to the client at the very beginning. This could be damage to a membrane, or this could be just a psychological thing. We don't know. You know, we're uncharted. You know, we're calling it COVID, but on the same token, I still think it's a chemical weapon, if you want to believe that, but I still do. Anyway, but the thing is, so the key thing is that I started posting these pictures up, and I said to people, I'm not interested about earning money from this, but I'd be interested to see people. I would be interested to see people in this group. If you would like to come forward, I'll do a session for free, as long as I can post it on YouTube. Oh my God. It was just like, even though with the evidence, even with like 6 or 7 videos showing people videos of where it's worked effectively with clean content-free hypnosis. Oh my God. It was worse than the CFS group, I'm telling you. So I was just like that. We'll just stay where you are. It's not what I'm going to do. Many are unknowingly rewarded for staying in suffering. Yes, they are. Well, a lot of people call it secondary gain. My personal opinion is I call it primary gain, because every gain is like that. All right, so that is semantic, but on the same token there. There we go. Oh yeah, yay! Right, is it important for therapists to go through therapy in case they affect the session? Absolutely. I have people asking me to do to mentor them or supervise them, but I get lots of people doing that, and I get my own shit sorted out. I had something going. I had a conflict in my own head this week, and I asked a very good friend who's a therapist what their opinion was on what mine was. It's vitally important we do it. I don't call it supervision. The reason I don't call it supervision is because I supervise children, I mentor adults. That's the way I look at it. But on the same token, yeah, I think it's vitally important. And that's why, we're in the background when we're doing our stuff, when we're doing the group session, stuff like that. It's vitally important to not only you working to get your videos up in our Facebook group, but you're getting a session. You're getting a session. You know, it's vitally important that you take that. You know, I was thinking to say something then. A doctor, I'm not going to even mention her name who said this. It's one of those comments that I think I'm going to say. I know I'm going to say it in a moment. I'm going to realize I'm going to regret saying it. No, I'm not. I'm not going to. And I know Eddie knows, because Eddie was there in Scotland when she said it. She's a doctor, and she said, hypnosis is like an erection. You never waste a good one. And that has always stuck with me, believe it or not. And some of you are going to go, I get that now, crude bastard. But That was a female doctor that said that. Hypnosis is like an erection. You never waste a good one. And the key thing about that is that how vitally important is that? Is if you do get the opportunity to have a hypnosis session, don't waste it. It's like, you know, when we did that session here the other day, and I can't remember what went on in the background, but on the same token, some people just don't get it with hypnosis like this. That's fine. That's fine. I was like that. I'm a pain in the ass to go into hypnosis. But on the same token, you don't do that. What would you do if the client asked you where your script was? I would tell them that they've never been in therapy before. But anyway, there you go. Yeah, legal requirement for psychologists in NZ to have supervision at least monthly. Yeah, I don't disagree. I personally think I have lots of people contacting me all the time, and I do. They call it supervision, and we write it down as supervision, but I just call it mentoring, to be brutally honest. And we just do a clear out that way. But I do, anyone who wants supervision, just contact me and we'll do it. We do it that way. Yeah, you can use it for practice. Oh, you got a lovely picture on there, no, Vic? Not that the last wasn't bad, by the way. You can use it for practicing new techniques too. Swaps are great. Absolutely. Swaps are brilliant. They're a great way of keeping yourself in check and doing stuff. I don't, just coming back to Colette's, I don't think it's a legal requirement in England. Oh no, psychologists. You're probably right with psychologists. With us lay people, us scum of the earth, the lay people, as Milton Erickson left most of us. Unless you're a doctor, you shouldn't be touching this stuff. Yeah, it was like that, really. So yeah, cool. Yeah, so Colette's absolutely right. And yeah, you did your PhD anyway. So yes, you are one of the worthy ones in Milton Erickson's book. Me, I'm just a naughty boy. Some dogs get rewarded for fear-based states and a fear-based response, i.e. PTSD. You can understand why humans stay in fear-based states with the conditioning and have a, yeah, they do. And the other key thing about that as well is that with that conditioning comes with the news as well. The news sitting there compounding all their shit as well, you know. So there you go. Right. So Eric, if you are a KS UK Hypnosis member, you can contact me privately for a clear out, perhaps over Mindscaping by Mike Mandel. Who is this Mike Mandel? Mike who? Mike and Chris who? Anyway, no, good mates. But yeah. Look, Eric's just putting up there. Don't forget, guys and girls, if you are a member, don't forget, if you're not a member, you'll notice that some people are in green and reds and all that lot. That's because this is a paid membership site. And if you want to get back behind the scenes and join the Facebook group and get some little mentoring stuff and stuff like that that's going on, then please, like Dave today, you know, we all do that. I've done it a couple of times, Dave, while we've been doing this tonight, because I'm looking at the wrong bloody camera. And but little things, if you want me to help you and mentor in the background, it costs, you know, at the end of the day, what's it, $5, $9, and $90. All you have to do is go open YouTube again, go back to my channel, press join, and then pick one of the tiers that you want. And don't forget, aficionados, to call me for your mentoring sessions. All right, do that. But like Eric there, post that up in the group, offer sessions. We'll do a lottery again next week. All right. Good. Yeah, mind scrapes are good. Mike Mandel's mind scrape. I'm joking, Mindscape. But yeah, I looked after Mike in when he taught it in England. There you go. Yeah, it's a common thing that when people are talking to a camera, what they tend to do is look at themselves on a screen and not at the camera. That's why when you see that when I'm talking to you, I'm always looking down the camera. Tonight, just above this one, I found myself doing it a minute ago. I've got the camera set up that's up there. I'm just going to turn it to its side so I don't keep looking at it. But that's another thing as well. So if you're working on camera, if you're working and if you're doing a piece to cam, if like somebody's interviewing you, that's fine, you know, because you can get away with that, because you're talking to the interviewer. It's like the I don't know if you saw the Business Insider. I did Insider TV the other day, and I wanted to look at the camera, and I kept looking at the camera because that's the way I've trained my brain. And they've gone, no, can you look at us? was going, don't you want me to talk to the people? And they were like, no, we want you to talk to us. They said, oh, we like that. We like that you want to do it, but we always do it like this. No, that's fine. But I kept finding myself flicking over to the camera and doing that. But yeah, great videos. They're just tweaking. The other thing as well, while we're on the subject as well, and Dave, this isn't to nitpick, genuinely, right? But if you are doing a video, first thing first, if you are going to do a green screen and not put anything on it, be very, very aware, right? And those people who know Richard Barker, there's a couple of his little friends that do this. If you do a green screen and you do not put something on it, right, guess what? Other people will put it on it. And I can show you probably about 4 or 5 videos that would have to be shown after the watershed due to the fact of some of the scenery that's been put in the background. Be very aware if you're putting green screen up. I noticed it today and I thought, should I do it? And then I went, no, I'm not going to do it. I was going to extract the video off of Facebook. And then what I was going to do then is put your background on for you. It's a good job it's an adult group because nobody was fair to me. Let's put it that way. So I'm just doing that. And then doing that. And the other thing as well is that if you are doing a video, and I know in the background we're doing videos, but this is quite important as well. So when you're talking, it's about, I know that we're doing it for fun, but we set your camera up so you haven't got that going on at the side. And I know it's pedantics, but if you get into the if you get into that feel, set the camera up first. And do all that. I've set up in another studio, so I'm using the MacBook Pro tonight, but I'm using the sound box, so you should get good sound tonight. I'm going to be brutally honest with you about green screens, right? If you hit them, I've been on the biggest green screen in the world. I was on the one in Los Angeles that they filmed Avatar in. Massive. I mean, it is fucking huge. I mean, they were driving buses, tractors, and everything in there. It was huge. Anyway, the thing about green screens is they're great. They look immense if you do them properly, and it's an art. It's a science, right? Green screens are a science. But the key thing is if you don't get it right, you do start to look like a pillock on them, because you'll have shading and fine stuff. I've got all the kit here, and believe you me, it even goes down to frames per second on your camera and frames per second on your lighting systems. That's why this bulb up here, I had to change that to a digital, and these two here as well are digital. Because if you use a fluorescent light, some of you will see that that pulsing on there as well. So you've got to get your lighting right for starters with green screen. The other thing as well is making sure your backlighting's good, the screen's backlit. And the other thing as well is all of the soft boxes and stuff like that you need with it as well. You can get away with it, but if you want to do it professionally, you have to do it professionally. And I will be brutally honest, is unless you're good at editing, it's you know, at the end of the day, it's just time consuming. And I'll be brutally honest, that's why I went and bought this. I ain't got faff around with it. I can do them. Anyone who's on my Facebook page, if you go to my Facebook feed last night, my Karl Smith, my private Karl Smith, and go look for my little boy, he stood there. When I was first doing green screens, he's got goldfish behind him and his buses driving backwards and forwards, and there's all types of stuff. We were playing around with green screen, but yeah, you have to think. A lot of people think green screen. There's no necessity to go Hollywood. Genuinely, there's no necessity to go Hollywood with this stuff. You know, it's just one of those things. If you choose to use green screen and you don't do it properly, then you are going to spend an enormous amount of time editing something you don't really need to edit. If you get it right, you will look a genius. But on the same token, it can be a ball ache. And I'm sure we've all been in meetings where people are moving around and you can see boxes and shit behind them where they've put something in. I was on one earlier today and somebody was saying, oh, I don't want to show you what's behind here. And I said, well, I don't care, to be brutally honest. But as they were moving, I could see like boxes of shit and stuff like that behind them. It was, you know, it's one of those things. You have to get it right. It's an art. I will tell you now, it's not just a case of just putting it up and firing it. It is an art. So look, my advice is do what Simon did the other day. Is just go buy one of these. Just go buy a big ass banner. You know, just have one of them behind you, and then you can just do that as much as you want. But just an idea, you know. There you go. Yeah, you can do the editing via with 2 screens as well. But some people aren't in that position, technically minded, where they want to do that, and that's why we did that course the other day on editing and stuff, to show people how easy it is to use Camtasia. Max, this banner, I think Simon may be better suited to tell me how much he's just paid for his banner, because he just went to the same guy. And Jason's going to be on here. Not next week, the week after. Jason, my branding expert, is going to be on. I think around $600, around $600. Now, you know, at the end of the day, I just see it as that costs $600, but how much time is it going to save me in editing and stuff like that, you know? And the other thing is, well, I have got an enormous amount of space here. I could set a proper, you know, I've got a green screen there. There's a green screen over there. And that goes the length of this wall. So that's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about 7 meters long, 7 meters long by about 2 meters high, that green screen. So I've got all the kit. I just don't bother because it is a ball ache. All right. And then go from there. So yeah. Will we be doing a Zoom meeting? Yes, absolutely. We can fire. I was planning on doing that with you guys on the Facebook page anyway. So what I'd like to do is like have an informal groups, rooms and stuff like that where we can all meet up. That's for members. All right. Subliminals. I'm buying one like yours, Carl. Yeah, good. I mean, Jason, who does all my stuff. Jason, who does all of my stuff, he's available. He'll be on. Simon's there, 450 GB, so about $500 max. But mind you, saying that, we get ripped off in England, so you'll probably pay about $450 for what you're doing. But on the same token, yeah, these are great. You know, they're great for show. They're great for if you go into a you know, like an arts and crafts fair or a spiritual meeting or something like that. And this goes with me everywhere. I take this down. So when we were on the diploma, this will be behind. This will be there as well. I put it up so it just watermarks everything that I'm doing. So yeah, that helps. Good. Oh, Brianden's in the house. Oh, there you go. Yeah, good. So any more questions? Any more? And if there's anyone, like somebody just mentioned a minute ago, about you'd like to see, if there's somebody you'd like to see on this channel, then do that. What I am going to say is, David, what you just put up there, this all comes with a big stand. So this comes with a like a tube stand. So it just comes with a tube stand and it all comes out. I'll do a video for you guys in the background so you can see what I've got. When I take this down, I'll actually get somebody to hold a camera, and then you can see what this is and how I put it together and stuff. It's only 4 straights, sorry, and 2 curves at the top and a couple of joints at the bottom. That's all it is. Comes apart. They're like tubes, really light as a feather. So yeah. What's on my t-shirt? This, my dear friend, is Kaz Riley Hypnobot. So if you want a Hypnobot t-shirt, go over to Kaz Riley, or Kaz Riley will be here in it next week. How do I politely tell? Was that about scripts? How dare you? How dare you? I'm joking, Emma. How do I politely tell people I trained with? Sorry, I haven't got my glasses on. It's me. How do I politely tell people I trained with to stop relying on scripts? They're constantly asking for them. Your clients are asking for scripts. How do I politely tell people I trained with to stop relying on scripts? They're constantly asking for them. Well, people. I've always maintained this, and I'm going to keep saying it. If you've been taught with scripts, it's just an unfortunate thing. Your trainer just didn't know what they were talking about. But on the same token, why are they asking you for the scripts? They're constantly asking, how do I politely tell people I trained with to stop relying on scripts? That's just evolution. That's what you do. Yeah. Oh, I get what you mean now. Just tell them to bob off. Tell them to watch my channel and stop and grow up. Yeah, at the end of the day, you know, and it's such a sad thing. You know, we've got a couple of big companies in England that just churn people out on a daily basis. They offer a 3-year course, 1 hypnosis and two with psychotherapy, which isn't even registered in England, the poor buggers. And when they find out that actually the accreditation company is owned by the husband of the wife that owns the training company, then you will figure out how much this coffee swindle is. However, that's another story for another day. The point being is that it's a transition. You know, if people are always asking for scripts, it's confidence. Remember, I'm a big believer in that. I will issue a certificate because that's, you know, people want it on their wall. That's brilliant. That's all well and good. But a certificate means toffee. Nothing, means absolutely nothing without confidence in hypnosis. So my job is to develop confidence. What you're doing is as you're stepping away from scripts, is developing your confidence. All right. And then going from there. You know, I've always maintained that having a crib sheet in front of you to remind you of some techniques or other stuff like that. Honestly, I'm not going to go on a bender about scripts. But the thing is that it's just developing confidence. And when you do that, you know, that's where you're going to start pulling away and becoming a proper hypnotherapist rather than a scriptnotist. All right. The CIA. Yeah, absolutely. I'll be brutally honest. And Emma, this is how your career will go. Is that certificates? I only have 3 certificates, and I've shown people. One is my firewalking instructors. The other one is an EMDR one, and I have that for merely for advertising purposes, because people go, "Are you EMDR trained?" Oh yeah. Sit down there, put your fingers together like so, and then bang off. I don't believe, you know, I've done the training, but on the same token, I've got faster methods. I can't be bothered faffing around. And the other one is from a company telling me that I'm not allowed to practice hypnosis. Do you consider metaphors to be scripts? No, because once you learn a metaphor, like the two monks, or the one that I told you about Pablo Picasso, I don't know if you heard that the other day. I think a thing about metaphors is about personalizing them yourself, you know, about having that personality. If we was to read from a book, there is no depth to it. There's no personality. There's no emotion to it. Like when we're talking about the 2 monks, you know, the young and the old monk that are walking towards the river, and they can see into the distance the sun starting to rise. I never got taught that, but you can add all that. And as they're walking through the grass, that morning dew sits there, and that beautiful smell of fresh grass in the morning. You just literally just make this shit up as you go along. Once you have the foundation of something, you then bastardize it and make it your own. Firewalking. Yeah, I can do. In fact, what I will do is I'm going to go one better. I'm going to get Steve Consvalis on here. I'll write him up in a moment, and we'll talk about that. He does a cracking course. It's called the Fire Instructors course. No, Fire Instructors Training. Fit. It's called a Fit. Anyway, I did the Fit. Probably one of the best courses I've ever done. I'll be brutally honest. It's a really, really good course. It's called a Fit. Yeah. Right. I'm going to answer this one. Max. Carl, are all shock inductions PGO spikes? That's the way they're taught. That's the way that some people teach them. And I'm going to tread carefully because I know roughly where this is going. But however, don't forget that the hypnosis induction has got nothing to do per se with the person going into hypnosis. It's all in the preamble, the pre-talk. It's all in the preamble, the pre-talk. And I've done shock inductions like that, with a hat, with my hand out like that, and got somebody to close their eyes. Imagine they're pushing down on a big weight, pushing down on a big weight. And then I said, now the big weight's gone, and their hands dropped and they've gone straight down like that. Over Zoom. That's how I've done it. You know, at the end of the day, it's about that. All right. So yeah, PGO spikes. Since I've met you, Carl, I've saved loads of money by not paying into pointless organizations. Yeah, you know, at the end of the day, I would rather you take your money and set up a rather nice Facebook ad, or save your money and buy some nice banners and go out there and the world's your oyster, and stuff like that. No, PGO spikes don't. PGO spikes come from, I think it goes back as Orman McGill and stuff like that. I think it goes way back before then. All right. So let me just go back there. Yeah, you're best off spending them on banners and stuff like that. They can get used as audios changing the time they listen to them. Yeah, some apps use them to sleep. Yeah, you're absolutely right. But like I've said before, is that I still think, mind you, everything that we do is placebo. I actually think that WASIs are as well. I think that MP3s are merely just a placebo as well. So let's have a look at this. Somebody just asked me a question up here. I used to do that. That's right. Somebody just. We've got questions coming in from over here as well. There we go. Cool. Any more questions coming through? Put your glasses on. Is that me? Here we go here. The scripts referred to are someone who comes in for smoking and pull out a script and read it. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Somebody who just sits there and just regurgitating shite. That's all it is. So pons genetic nucleus. I forgot the middle bit. That answers that question. Yeah, go have a look at PGO spikes. Mike talks a lot about PGO spikes, but don't forget, I don't really go and buy into that due to that. Guys, you got any more questions? Because I feel like I'm just rambling on at the moment. There you go. Yeah, that's it. PGO spikes. Guys, got any more questions? Yeah, so anyway, while I'm waiting for more questions to come through, otherwise we'll knock it on the head early tonight, is, right, we've got Bob Burns coming up, Dominic Byrne coming up, Anne Jersh coming up. I'll ask Terence. I will write Terence down. Terence, David Schneider, I'm going to ask. And also as well, I am, I don't know, Eddie, but if somebody, if it had happened, you would have told me by now. Oh yeah, put glasses on. I would have presumed you'd have told me. I was getting some shit from coming through here. But yeah, so Mike Mandel, Mike will come on as well. There's no doubt Mike will do that. Right, somebody just do that. Are you still open to do interviews with us? Yeah, absolutely. There we go. So do you always do a consult before a client? The only thing that I do prior to the client turning up is find out for contraindications. And you'll learn that with this, unless you've done the KS course, then you'll have that after that. But there we go. Hi, Beta. Hope you're well. The one thing I am going to say on that is, when I'm doing my consultation, the only thing I want to find out is, are they schizophrenic? Are they manic depressant? Are they suicidal? Anything like that. And it's in my contraindications lesson. Is any of those? That's my consultation. When they come to me, then all I do then is I just have a quick chat with them, make sure they want to do it, and then go for it. Because everything's been done prior to they get to the session. So if there's somebody on here who had a session with me the other day where we had a fault with the system. But the long story short is that I do the consult, they book a session. And when they book a session, in there is a video of me stood in front of this going, this is the expander ball. This is the left and the right hemisphere and sat in the middle, blah, 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 blah. And what I want you to do is just put your hand out in front of you, do all that. So all that video's done prior. I've spoke with them on the phone. We've checked to make sure that there's no contraindications. They then book a session. They then go via the system, which gives them a video. By the time they turn up here, the only thing that I need to know is, do you want to be hypnotized today? Everything's been done prior to me getting to them, and it's all automated. So that's the way I'm that. That's the way that I look at it. All right. John, I've been using the non-verbal induction one-to-one, but can't do it on Zoom. Is it possible? Yeah, because all you're doing is, if you go back a couple of weeks, my friend, I actually did the actual lesson on there. Yeah, James. I know James. I know Anthony. I'll get Freddie on here as well. We've got plenty of time. But yeah, I mean, I know these people personally as well. So, you know, it's not like, yeah. So, but anyway, non-verbal induction. Yes, it is possible. It's just practice. Yeah, we'll do. I'll have a chat with James and Ant as well. Please hook up James Tripp and Anthony Jacquin. Sure, they will want to introduce their stuff. But yeah, you know, at the end of the day, 0-0 currently. There we go. A talk on anchors. Did I do this the other day? Did I do a lesson on anchors the other day? I'm sure I did. I don't know. This is nearly 2.5 months, nearly 3 months we've been doing this. By which I mean, do you do a qualification, a free phone call? I'm considering knocking on the head. That's the only thing that I do. You know, I don't. My consultation is literally 10 minutes. All I need to know is, are they contraindicated? If they're not, then fine. I'll just get on with it. All right. And then literally from there. And then what I do then is that they book a session. They then get the video of me going, blah, 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 like expandable, left and right hemisphere, blah, 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 blah. And it goes about it that way. All right. Hello, young lady. Hope you're well. Hope you're fine. Hope you settled into the group. After the session with you, I understand that the script is absolutely a waste of time. Absolutely. I was told that they install new beliefs, and that although I did see any difference in my clients, I believed that they were necessary. A script is not for the client. A script is for the therapist. And that's why you always see trainers go, yes, but it gives the student structure and a framework and verbiage and wordage. It gives the student a framework, structure, verbiage and wordage. It gives the student, not the client. They're absolutely fucking useless for the client. So, yeah. I think the answer is probably yes. Anyway, James A. Concern American. Where are we here? I think Wendy has asked twice, Wendy. Yes, sack them. Yeah, sack them. If clients are being a pain in the ass, sack them. Sorry if I've missed that, Wendy. 0-0, where are you? But yeah. Like I said, guys, I try to work as quick as I can. And sometimes I might miss some of you. And I don't mean to. But yeah, if you got a client that's being a pain in the ass, just sack them. Good. So, guys and girls, we're dwindling in numbers. So obviously, I'm just sitting there ranting on. But guys, you know, at the end of the day, I'm going to make a split-second decision on Sunday about Monday. I've unfortunately been called away. So at 7:30, something will be happening. It just depending on what that is happening. So, but next week, we will have Richard Barker on next week. It's just dependent on the day. I will confirm that tomorrow. We'll do that. Richard Barker will be on and we'll be talking about more business. And if you're going to learn business in hypnosis, there's no point you might as well learn off somebody who has done an enormous amount and earned a lot of money in hypnosis. Not these people who've done a Udemy course and then tell you that they're a business coach, because there's fucking tons of them. So we've got Richard on and we've got Kaz Riley on as well. We've got next week, we've got Q&A as well. So, you know, just think up only Q&As. And then during the week, we'll be thinking about what we're doing. And don't forget, if you are in the green and you'd like to do a session with me, please give me a shout out. We can always do a live session on here, on the channel with me, right? So like I said earlier, hypnosis, never waste a good one. So there we go. Steve, I'm getting better at spotting the clients who are a bad fit. Yeah. The thing is about, qualifying your clients before do it. But we'll discuss that when you're on the July course anyway. You're coming on July anyway. So we'll talk about qualification of clients anyway. There we go. I was scripted for fear of flying. I was scripted and imagined that a plane was flying and peaceful across the sky. A therapist had not paid attention to my fears and the plane blew up. Fucking in it. Guys, on that note, I will see you on Monday. I want you all to have a great weekend. Those people in England, happy Father's Day on Sunday. I know I'm going to be going to my parents on Sunday, and I'm going to be getting hopefully lots and lots of cards and beatings and stuff off my children on Sunday. So guys, I will let you know about Monday. Something will happen at 7:30. It'll either be a live or it'll be a cracking video of anosmia and parosmia with a young lady that I did who's on here, and then we'll be doing that, and then we're going there. But on the same token, oh sorry, did I just say England? United Kingdom, those fathers in the United Kingdom and surrounding areas, is Happy Father's Day. So yes, so we'll do that. So have a great one, guys. Have a great weekend. Thanks for tonight. And I think we didn't have a lot of people on here tonight due to the fact of there is some type of form of football match going on, and somebody was just telling me that we're 3-0 down, but I think it's a wind up. That was why I got lost a minute on my phone like that. It's a wind up, and then Eddie told me to score. So guys, thanks very much for this week. Thank you very much, guys. Don't forget, leave your comments. Don't forget, if you like this, my name's Karl Smith. If you didn't like it, my name's Paul McKenna, and we'll just go about it that way. But he's a lovely. Don't forget to put some likes up there, and thank you very much. Don't forget, guys, have a great weekend and go out there and practice. And when you finish practicing, practice some more. I shall see you next week for another week of hypnosis training with myself and my guest presenters, and have a great weekend. Take care, folks. All the best, and look forward to seeing you soon. Bye-bye.